The Aventure is Aventon's first real deal trail bike, so of course I wanted to test it out on the trails at our local mountain bike park. Aventon sent me this bike for evaluation, and they were actually excited when I told them I was going to test it this way. Now, this park is mainly just narrow trails winding through the trees that are super fun to ride, but they are mostly devoid of technical terrain. That's perfect because the Aventure isn't really built for really rough riding in the first place. It is still a 73-pound hardtail with a hub motor and an entry-level fork. This park also has a few man-made obstacles, which, as you'll see, the Aventure is capable enough of crossing, though you won't see me catching the air that riders with much lighter dual suspension mountain bikes get all day, every day. The Aventure has a graduated seat post, which is nice because I can quickly lower my seat to exactly where I like it for trail riding, then just as quickly return it to the height that I like for less technical riding.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Right out of the gate, literally, this trail has a root-filled climb that puts not only the fork to the test, but the pedal assist and the gearing. The fork is fine for riding like this, though I do wish it had rebound dampening, a feature that you typically don't see until you're spending several multiples of what this fork costs. The motor kicks in with up to 1,130 watts of power when needed, which is nice because the only feature I wish the Aventure had that wouldn't really cost any more to provide would be a true granny gear. I generally don't hit my preferred cadence until I'm at around 7 miles per hour or so, which means I need assist from the motor to keep the pressure off my knees while doing slow, steep climbs like this.
It sound right, boys. Sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Most of the time, these trails allow a pace fast enough for me to be happy with my turnover. The soil is fairly packed, though in some spots it can get a bit loose. Plus, the roots and rocks can get slippery just from the humidity on a North Carolina day like this. So I have the Kenda Crusades aired down to 10 psi. That allows the tires to wrap around trail stuff for better grip without being too squirrely or running a huge risk of bottoming out the rims. The Aventure is quite nimble for a 73-pound e-bike. As I said in my full review, I am most impressed with how great a fat tire bike it is, unencumbered by the fact that it's hauling a big battery in its down tube and an electric motor in its caboose. I'm even running the front and rear racks just to see if they get in the way, and they don't. There's no need to remove them when they're not in use. This trail isn't without its problems to solve, and this upcoming short climb is one of them. Without a granny gear, I have to hit this with more speed than I need with a conventional mountain bike, and pedal assist of at least 2 to make the climb, which I didn't pull off in this first attempt. However, the low step over height meant that I had an easy enough time getting my feet on the ground before toppling over. I get to show off the hydraulic disc brakes on the way down to prep for my do-over. They are plenty for this type of riding, with easy modulation and no fade the whole ride. There hasn't been a single moment in the nearly 200 miles I've already ridden with this bike where I wished I had more brakes. I attacked the climb better on my second attempt, and the Aventure had no problems getting me up and over the short crest. There was nothing on this trail the Aventure couldn't handle. It's nimble, it's comfortable, it's confidence inspiring, even though it comes shipped as a Class 2 e-bike, which is why I can access trails like these in the first place. The peak motor power is plenty to make up for what you can't or don't want to do with muscle power. At the same time, you can get as much of a workout as you want without feeling like you're fighting the fact that the Aventure is an e-bike after all. If you're interested in getting an Aventure or any Aventon e-bike of your own, please use the link in the video description to place your order. It helps support the channel when you do. Be sure to subscribe for more e-bike videos. I really appreciate you watching The Tech of Tech, and I hope to see you next time.